Hello, this is Erica with blacksandperiodfilms.com, and today is day 24 of our Write It series for Black History Month, where we look at vintage pictures of people of the African diaspora and come up with possible period films or period series. Today's picture is of a bootmaker named Charley. He's a free black resident of Norfolk, England in the early 1800s. This picture gives a lot of information to the viewer. First of all, we can look at how wonderfully dressed Charley is. That's evident to me that his business was doing quite well. Additionally, it looks as if it cost a pretty large amount of money. It's not one of those simple vests. It looks like it would be silk. And then his shoes are nicely on display. I love how he displayed his wares so that all of his anybody passing his shop will see what he's selling. In addition to Charley's picture, here's another picture of a man named Cotton. He's a haberdashery street vendor. The fact that he is listed as Cotton makes me believe that that is not exactly his real name. So it would be nice if I knew his real name, but for now, I'll just call him Cotton in this discussion. The evidence of Cotton's existence adds more credence to the existence of Charley because that means that there was most likely a population in Norwich, England at that time. And doing a little bit of research, I found that there were a few well known Black people that lived in Norwich at that time. For example, one of the first slave narratives from that area was written by someone who was from Norwich, Yukawasaw, and we see on the right is a picture of his narrative. It's titled Narrative of the Most Remarkable Particulars. And he also lists himself as an African prince. The evidence of his life also adds much more that could be used in the story about Charley. We know that after getting his freedom, he worked as a weaver in Norwich in the 18th century. Additionally, we know that there was a Black population in towns such as Kingsland, as well as villages like Stratset, Hawkwood, Diss, and Spinworth. So we can look at pictures like this of Charley and of Cotton and utilize them to create fuller stories, more representation of people of the African diaspora in period films and series. Charley is a real person. He was a free black resident of Norfolk, England in the early 1800s. He was a bootmaker, he had his own shop, and he seemed to be it would be very refreshing to see a period film or series from his point of view. There are so many stories to tell about men and women like Charley, free, black, and living in England. I would like to see a film about him. Someone should write it.